Hello parking team. I wanted to explain how the system is going to work. So in the field where we're parking cars, we're going to divide it into two different lots, general parking and movement parking. There'll be two different entrances also. I'll send a picture so you kind of know the physical layout. This is just, a diagram, but there'll be one entrance over here and another entrance over there. So for each parking lot, we are going to have a minimum of 3 people on the team. We'll have the greeter to obviously greet the cars, a sender, and a parker. I'll explain how they work in just a sec. But we'll have 3 for movement parking and 3 for general parking, which is for the public. Now, if a movement parking person comes into general parking, that's okay. We can just park them normally, or vice versa. If someone from the public comes in through movement parking, it's unfortunate. We'll have signs. Hopefully that will lessen that, or maybe not make it happen at all, but it's okay if they park in their wrong spots. So even this team, blue team, I'll call this blue team, this green team. Even blue team will have a greeter, a sender, and a parker. Now, the idea being a car comes in. These are my cars. They're little plane cars. The car comes in, the person greets them. It'll be someone who, will probably talk a lot that evening and be smiling, happy, welcome to movement, or welcome to summer worship nights. You greet the car and then direct them to the next person, and this person should be over there, and the car follows, makes this turn, and then this person, the sender, sends the car all the way down to the parker down here, and then the parker obviously parks the car. Now what we're gonna have them do is have 2 cars in columns, and we want them both to face east. So say there's another car coming in, follows the same route, they're both gonna face east. So that way when they leave, it's easier to park them, and it's easier for them to leave. The distance for the cars and the spacing we'll hopefully have mapped out with cones. So this car can come up to the top of a cone, and then the other car can just park right behind it, and so on going down the line. We wouldn't have cones for each car. You just have a few here and there, and then you try to line up as best you can. Now, if we have extra people, I would like 2 people to be the parkers, just so one person can catch and direct, and this person stops the car so they're parked pretty nice and neat. But I don't think it's necessary. It'd just be kind of nice to have 2 for the parkers. But bare minimum's 3 for each team, each parking team. You might also notice the king will have handicap parking next. I'm not quite sure where the entrance to the rodeo will be, but it'll be on this side somewhere. So we're gonna have handicap parking kind of between the 2 parking lots and towards the entrance. The volunteer parking will be over on this west side. Hopefully we'll have cars. Ideally, they'd probably go at an angle when they park in, just to kind of make it easier to get out. But if they park differently, that's okay. So hopefully this side will save for volunteer parking. Let me just park a few cars and then demonstrate something else. So on this side, they would come in through this side, say, go over there, and park same way, making columns facing east. Now, if general parking fills up, and there's still some in movement parking, we can park some of the general parking in movement, or vice versa. If we have overflow from movement, but we still have some in general, we can park them in general. If everything becomes full, there is some space along the fence that we can park along that way, either over here or over here. Now, if even that fills up, across the street going this way, on the west, no, that's the east side, there's a church. It's called Crossroads, and we've communicated with them that we can send extra cars over there. That's our overflow. What else do we have? We have, there might be some RV hookups over here. I still have to check out the ground. We might have to just park around them. What that would look like is we just skip a section. So say the RV hookups are right here, we just skip it and then start parking up that way. I think we could probably just put a cone or something around where the outlets are, or the spigots. I'm not sure what's there yet, but just be aware of that. Now also at the end of the event, we have to have students cross the highway over there on the north side. And so what that looks like, I think the students get dismissed at 9 o'clock, 9:10, maybe 9:30. But whoever stays late will help facilitate traffic on that north side with hopefully a flashing stop sign or some lights, and will help students cross the highway over there. And that should be it. I will also send a physical picture I took with the drone so you kind of get a better sense of what this looks like in reality. Oh, and also, yes, if we have extra people, we'll have radios. So let's say you are the parker for the blue team here, and you'll be moving a lot. The parkers will be the ones moving the most, I'd say, because you're walking up and down the parking lots. Say you want to break, we'll have radios be like, yo, blue team parker needs a swap. And hopefully when we do, as of right now, we have extra people for most nights. So you can radio in, be like, hey, I need a break, can you go get some water? And someone comes in and substitutes for you. And that could be true of the greeter, the sender, or the parker. Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. So many words. Thank you, Ed.